apparently. God damn it. So I'm coming down this sidewalk here, headed towards me. And if you look down this way, it kind of looks like a ramp. Everything is pretty light colored, but then at the last second, I got to right about there and I realized it was steps. So this chair is capable, well, the step's a little big for it. So I tried to grab the side of this building to stop myself, but then I realized I had to kind of commit and just go down the step, because if I stopped, this chair would tip forward. So, yeah. Well, let me take a minute to explain here. So I'm cruising down the sidewalk, and I'm not even going full speed. The sun's kind of in my eyes, not really, but it's reflecting on the side of this building, and all of a sudden I realize, oh crap, these are stairs. I could have sworn it was a ramp. So I go to slow down, but I was already too close. So I started skidding to a stop, and I realized I was going to go over the edge. And I probably would have stopped right as my front wheels went off the edge. But I didn't want to do that because a couple things could potentially happen. One, chair could tip forward because I'm trying to stop. I hit the ground, and the front casters have suspension, so it tips even further. Second thing, might have potentially kept going and then gotten hung up on the anti-tipper wheels on the back. I noticed there was enough run-out space for me to go over the step and not continue down the rest of them. So I just decided to commit, go for it, and end up on that little landing. And then here's what happens. So I've called the fire department, and they should be here shortly. Looks like they rolled heavy rescue. Oh, geez. Going to try and avoid a big production. Well, this is somewhat embarrassing. So coming down the sidewalk, and with the sun was shining down, and it looked just like it was a ramp. And then I got right about to where you were standing, and I was like, oh crap.
You trying to go up this way? Is that the...
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys have any ramps or anything, or like
something we could probably use. Is that... Yeah, we're not going to pick that up.
Well, me and the chair is 810 pounds, so.
Are we able to pivot you back at all to get your front wheels up there?
Maybe. I don't know if you have a strap or something you can put around this and so you can lift. If you got like some dunnage or something, we could probably make a little...
We have those ladder blocks. Yeah, those are...
Yeah, if you pull back on it, it'll break the seating.
Okay.
Like I said, this thing's super heavy. Yeah, I think that might be the easiest thing. I'm gonna back up just a little bit, yeah.
Let's try this. So those... Okay, can you go back a little bit farther? Just make sure you don't go off that
Yeah,
back. Then try to line those. There you go.
Yeah, they'll turn around and line up when I...
Just want to make sure you get these perfectly low.
Yeah.
With the weight, it'll break these. So let's try. Oh yeah. So let's try this. There you go.
Oh yeah, there we go. That'll work. And I can get up that, no problem. Like if this was 2 inches shorter, it wouldn't be an issue.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm lining these up with your back wheel.
Yeah, the front casters.
Or I'm gonna do your back wheel on that one and your front caster on this one.
Cool. Tip back, but yeah, it should be good. I gotta back up just a tiny bit. All right, there we go. Cool. Hey, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. Yeah, now that the sun's not out, I can see, but the sun was blasting in here, and it looked just like a ramp back there, yeah.
How do you? Where is this the ramp?
I think you have to go around to the side, maybe.
To go on the sidewalk?
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, yeah, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, catch you later. Well, that was fun. Got it all squared away pretty easily. Super embarrassing though, man. They just redesigned this whole area, and I wasn't exactly familiar with that part right there. Okay, so we're back out here again, and I brought a friend just to show off this not ramp. So from here, if you're cruising along,
You don't see it.
I mean, from like right here, like if you look real close,
You can see it. You can see there's the shadows.
yeah, with the shadows now,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Looks like a ramp that just goes straight down.
and the sun gets a little bit further overhead, and those shadows aren't on it.
It's all looks like a ramp. Man, that's
But it's a super weird design choice. Like, I don't get it. What I'm starting to figure out is what all these marks are on the wall. I don't know if that's BMX riders or what is causing that.
It looks like neoprene, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like a plastic pin that's on there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it was BMX, I mean, maybe if you're coming across here, you'd do a tail whip and like hit your back tire up there or something, but I don't know. I'm just amazed that no one saw it happen. Like, nobody saw it happen when I was here. Like, this area's all crowded, and there was no one inside the building. But then when I'm sitting there, all these people start coming by, and I just sort of played it off. I got out my phone, and I was messing around with it.
Oh, really?
Because I didn't want to look like I needed help. Just a random guy in a wheelchair sitting on the steps. But
Firemen were cool though, right?
yeah, no, they're great. There's my faint skid mark right there. Yeah, good stuff. See, this is the very
Yeah,
faint black
right
one right
there.
there.
Because you kind of went sideways a little bit, didn't you?
Well, so I was,
like you went-
yeah, so I was coming down here, and then I tried to skid, and you can see the skid mark stops right
Why
there.
don't you tell me how to hold your camera?
Yeah.
You want to film it?
Oh, sure. So I'm coming down here, and I realized, I think back there something was wrong, so I pulled backwards on the joystick. Skid mark's here, and then I realized I don't have enough stopping power here. I'm gonna go over the edge. So I let go of the joystick. I sort of went over here, and I tried to like sort of brace myself on this wall, but then as soon as I reached toward it, I realized I was gonna turn, and I didn't want to go off at an angle. That's even worse. So I grabbed the joystick again and straightened out, and then I would have stopped with my tires just off the edge. So that's when I realized, because I have suspension forks here on the front, so I just went ahead and pushed forward and went down the rest of the way since there was clearance. Because with these suspension forks, I didn't want them to compress, and I didn't know how tall it was. Like, now that I'm looking at it, like, I could drive down this if I wanted to, but I thought it was a little bit deeper, and I just wasn't sure. I was like reacting suddenly, so I didn't want to tip forward. But my foot plates didn't hit the ground, and I didn't scratch anything on the chair. So, I mean, it worked out being okay. If there was, here, I'll grab that bag. If there was only one more step going down, I probably just would have driven down it. But since there was several more, yeah, not so much. I didn't want to do that 4 more times. So, anyways, in-depth review of that thing. I might have to get my. I've got one of those construction marker things. I used to mark sidewalks and stuff. I'm tempted to just come down here and spray it.
Spray the lane there?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could call the building and talk to them.
Shit. Because somebody's got to do the same thing.
Yeah. And then over here.
Like me.
Yeah. And then over here, I mean, you can. There's only 3 here, but I mean, the bushes are kind of overgrown and stuff, but I don't know. The sidewalk, I guess, kind of turns, and then the ramp sort of goes down this way, but I don't know. It's not super obvious. But we should go over here to the train before it comes.